Here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah, did you push? Oh, you did. It's rolling, right?
I think we're rolling. One of the things that I hear a lot of in my bridge program is how do we know spring settings from one piece of apparatus to the next? And in classical apparatus, we have different springs for different things, and of course we all know that it can be difficult to translate those. And so I thought I would just share a couple of things about spring settings on the one-to chair. And the one-to chair is very easy because there's just a couple of small things that we in the classical world will just shout out and we know exactly what we're talking about.
Warning! Warning!
So for example, if I turn the chair around here and you can see that there's spring settings are back here, and you basically just want to grab the pedal and move a spring. And let's say I have one spring on the top and one spring on the bottom. Now that's a very common spring setting that you start off with. And in the classical world, one top, one bottom, we just call that the missionary position. So that's a super simple way to think about it. The missionary position is where you start. If you're new and you're confused and you're trying to sort things out and figure out what goes where. How is this all going to work out? Now, if you're alone and sometimes you're feeling a little unsure, what you can do one in the middle is great. And if you have the energy, you could do, and this isn't for everyone, one in the middle, one in the bottom, or one on the bottom. Those are some quick little tips on the one-to-chair springs. And yeah, we'll go on to something else. A lot of times people have trouble keeping the pedal up. And that just comes with practice. And if you're in missionary position and you're having trouble getting the pedal all the way up and keeping it up, then what I suggest is that you go back down to one spring in the middle. And you practice with one spring in the middle. And you can see that the chair will kind of warm up. The pedal will sort of figure out where it wants to be and where it wants to go. And then you can reintroduce the one on the top and the one on the bottom for your missionary position. And you can carry on with your workout. So just some things to keep in mind. I think that answers a lot of questions that people have. And I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time. April Fools, of course, April Fools.